Hey there! In today's tutorial, we are going to learn how to install WordPress on a local server. In the last week's tutorial, we had seen server installation, wherein I had also shared the practical demonstration of server download and its installation. Whenever you want to set up WordPress project locally, you have to ensure that in XAMPP, Apache and MySQL has to be in active stage. Let's understand what we are going to cover in this tutorial. We are going to create MySQL database. We are going to download the WordPress and insert WordPress in htdocs. Apart from that, we'll also understand how to install WordPress in a local host. I am Manish Sinha from manishadda.com and I'll take you through this tutorial. Let's begin. As stated earlier, we need to have Apache and MySQL active in XAMPP server. So what we'll do first here is we'll open the XAMPP server. Now we will click on start to activate Apache and MySQL. Once they become active, which can be understood by the picture shown in the slide where they are shaded with light green, indicating that they are active and working fine. Now we first create database. You must make note of this, that whenever we start a project, we must create a database first, because when we use WordPress to create a website, WordPress creates a dynamic website, and for a dynamic website, we need to have a database. Here the database which is used is MySQL. To create a database, open your browser and type localhost/php myadmin. I repeat, localhost/php myadmin in the URL section of the browser. Now, on the screen, you can see the databases, under which there is a button called Create Database. Click on Create Database. Define the name of database as shown on the screen. You can see the arrow pointing towards the place where you can define the name of your database. You can give any name you want, but it is preferable to name your database related to your project, as it is easier to recall. Also note that your database name should not have any numeric number or any special character. I have created a database named Manish Adda, the name of my website. You can see that the database has been created. This is the simple and the small process of creating a database. We need to note the name of the database. This is required at a later stage when we start the setup process. In step 2, we will download the WordPress now. I'll open the WordPress site in the browser. The site URL is wordpress.org. On the site, you will find Get WordPress. Click on the button and then click on the button mentioning Download WordPress 6.2 and implement the same. The same gets downloaded, as you can see on the left hand corner of the screen, encircled with a red spherical line. Once it gets completely downloaded, you need to copy the zip file and paste it in the htdocs of the XAMPP folder. We will visit htdocs folder whenever we are building a new site. You can create any number of sites, and each time you are creating a new site, you will have to copy the WordPress and set up every time, and also configure every time. Now we will extract the WordPress zip file, and a folder by the name WordPress gets created. This WordPress folder has to be renamed with the name of your website. This is the project name of your website that you are building. And I have named the folder as Manish Adda just as a convenience of remembering the same. I will use this folder when I'll start the setup. Now that I have downloaded the WordPress and put it in htdocs, I can start the WordPress installation process. Now you will go to browser and write localhost oblique the folder name that we had created in htdocs, that is here localhost / Manish Adda. Why we type localhost is because we have our server installed locally. When we go online, the local host will get replaced with your domain name. A screen will open where it will ask for selecting the language. You will select English and click on continue. Now a second screen opens wherein it will ask you database related configurations. Click on let's go. Once we click on let's go, a new screen pops up wherein database related informations have to be punched in. I will let you know what are the informations that you need to punch in into this screen. In the database name, you will have to fill in the name of the database that we had created in the MySQL. And if you can recall, I had asked you to save the database name which we had created in MySQL. The same database name has to be put in the database name. When we work on local server, the username by default has to be mentioned as root and the password has to be blank. So what you do is in the username, you type in root and the password, you leave it blank. The database will always be localhost. Then there's a table profile. Now this table prefix is the name that will get added as a prefix to the every page or the post that you create. So if you're creating a blog post and you here it is mentioned as Manish Adda. So if I say any blog that I've written, it will say Manish Adda _ blog. If I have put any post, it will say Manish Adda _ post and the name of that particular post. Once we click on submit, we'll get another screen where it will ask for run as an administrator. Now we will run the installation. I will click on run as an administrator. Then another screen pops up wherein you have to fill in the user information, that is the person who is going to use it for developing the website. Now in the site title, you need to set the site title by which it will be known. So if your site name is, for me it is Manish Adda, so I have written the site title as Manish Adda. Now in the username, I will put as admin since I'll be using it as an administrator. The password you can keep as per your convenience and click on the weak password as it will help you install the WordPress. You need to remember the password and the username. Probably you can save it somewhere for login as and when you require when you are creating the WordPress site. You can give the email whichever you desire. Do not tick search engine visibility box, because if you click on search engine visibility box, your website will not be indexed. Now you have to click on install WordPress. So once you install on WordPress, a screen will pop up wherein it will ask you to again log in. So you log in with your username and password, and this is the screen which gets opened. So this is how your initial screen looks like, and this is your site on your local server. Now to open your site, you need to go to a different browser. You need to type localhost / Manish Adda, and this is the sample page which gets opened as shown on your screen. So the URL, whenever you are going to work on your website which is hosted on a local server, your URL will be localhost/Manish Adda /wp-admin. So since you are working as an administrator, you want to build your website, you have to log in as an administrator. So once you click on the URL localhost/Manish Adda or whatever name you have given for your website, so instead of Manish Adda, you need to put the name of your website. A screen will pop up which will ask you to fill in username and your password. So you will put in your username and password that we had created. This username and password has to be put to log in as an administrator to do modifications to your website. Once you log into the site, the page opens and your dashboard gets displayed. The WordPress dashboard gets displayed. Note that the website is always divided into two parts. There's a dashboard and a web page. The web page we had shown earlier, and this is your dashboard. Dashboard is for the client for whom you are building the website, and website is for, or the web page is for customers who will visit the site. To summarize, the installation of WordPress, what we did today was, or what we learned today was, we created a MySQL database, we downloaded the WordPress, we put the WordPress in HT docs of the XAMPP server. We then saw how to host the WordPress on a local host. Going forward, in the next week tutorial, we will discuss the various functionalities of the WordPress dashboard. See you in the next week. Thank you.